Hello and welcome to the Fallout Experiment. Today we're going to be reviewing Pirates for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Do you just listen to this jaunty sea tune? Makes you really pumped to be a pirate. Anyway, when you start the game up, you get the obvious choices of start a new career, continue a saved game, and look at the Hall of Fame, which I imagine are the credits for this game. Anyway, we're starting a new game, and that lets you pick a new time period for you to start in. There are a couple ranging from 1560 to 1680. I usually choose the Buccaneer heroes. I don't know why, it's usually my favorite. Then you can choose if you're an English Buccaneer, Spanish Renegade, Adventurer, whatever. I go with the Spanish Renegade because, well, it's fucking awesome, that's why. Then you get to do what you do in pretty much every game where you create a character, and that is name yourself. I'm going with Jack because Jack's the greatest name. Then there's the difficulty level, which I'm sure matters, but I haven't really seen it. It's more of a luck thing with me, but I always go with Swashbuckler because it's the coolest sounding one. Then you can choose your special ability, which starts with fencing, navigation, gunnery, wit and charm, and medicine. I'm the kind of player that likes to be skill-based and choose wit and charm, but today I think I'm going to try and go with fencing because there's a lot of sword fighting in this game that, you get to do, which is awesome. Anyway, here's the setup. Basically, years ago, you set up in the new world with your family, and now, boom, you're here. And these guys want you as their new captain, so they're going to make you fight this dude to the death! And we're going to kick his ass! And I gotta say, the sword fighting in this game is actually really, really fun. Yeah, got him down on his knees sucking my dick. Ugh, use your teeth. So now, I am the leader of this new ship and these new guys, and we're going to go to Port Bello. It's May 1660, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do in towns. You can visit the governor in every town. They sometimes give you dinner, sometimes they don't give you anything. This guy's going to give me a letter of marque for 800 pieces of gold. Then you can visit a tavern, which is something you always want to do, because doing that allows you to talk about your plans. And this is probably where wit and charm comes in. More people will sign up if you're more charming and witty. So you sign up some people. Sometimes you get treasure maps and other shit. Depends. Then you can trade with a merchant, except for this guy. Sometimes they won't trade with you. They take the moral high ground like there's some fucking authority on it. The governor's willing to deal with me, but this motherfucker here, whatever. You can divide up plunder, but you don't really have a lot right now, so you probably don't want to. And I'm sorry, I can't get over this merchant thing. Seriously? I bet this guy wouldn't think his higher moral authority would be so cool if I killed his children and used his wife as a sex kitten for my other pirate friends. Fucker. So anyway, I bet you're thinking it's time to go exploring in this world. Well, the first thing you need to do is listen to this music, because this is basically what you get. Yeah, it's weird. It sounds like a 9 Inch Nails song. I don't know what the deal with that is. This game did come out in '89, so I suppose Trent Reznor could have done the soundtrack. Anyway, you kind of run into two problems that I have right off the bat. One is the fact that you look like stick figures. And I'm not complaining about graphics on an NES game, because, graphics aren't really that important, but they are nice. What I'm complaining about is the fact that even though it's an overhead view, everything else looks right. Your ship looks like a fucking ship. Towns look like towns. So why do I have to look like stick figures? Why can't I look more like a goddamn person? Whatever, I guess. Oh, yeah. And if you run out of food, people will leave you and take some of your shit, because they're assholes. Anyway, the next thing I want to bring up is the fact that you move slower than shit. Seriously, I have starved my crew and lost pretty much everybody 100,000 times walking like 30 feet. It's annoying, it's frustrating, and it's stupid. I have the button held down, and I can't get faster than this. And again, I get that it's probably because it's an overhead view, so you're traveling more than what it looks like on the map, but god damn it, really? Is that really necessary? I don't know. Maybe I bitch too much. Anyway, you could do anything else right now. Yeah, look how many months have passed with us walking. Seriously though, you could do it. You could go watch some porn right now. Something more constructive than listening to me bitch about this specific part in the game. However, we're almost back to the ship, so, let's get sailing, motherfucker! Yeah, if you lose too much of your crew, your ship's gone. And then you get stranded, which is pretty great. You see, this game doesn't have a traditional ending. What it has is when you get too old, you just retire from pirating. Which, the better you do in the game, the better you are when you retire. If you have nothing, you're a beggar. If you have a lot, you probably end up pretty good. And then you get back to sailing, which is generally what I like to do in this game. It's a lot quicker, and except for right now, it's usually easier to do. Sometimes the game's kind of an asshole. Anyway, we're just kind of sailing along the 7 seas here, and boom! Here comes something that you're gonna love about this game. You will run into more ships than Pokemon, except when you need them. You see, what you do is you have ship combat, which is basically where you go into battle with one of the ships. I have 2 because, well, I'm badass. You only start off with 1, and you can decide to take ships or whatever, but we'll get to more of that later. See, you run into so many of these ships, and you almost always want to just attack them because they have goods and stuff. But ship battle, as you can tell, I mean, just listen. No music. And these can go either extremely well, where you do really good and you get rid of them really fast, or they can drag out and they can get away, or what mostly happens to be is they just kind of end up like you just separate because it's late and you want to go home and sleep. It's fucking frustrating. Yeah, cannon! I'm pretty fucking awesome at this. See, my basic strategy is just to ram my ship right up their fucking asses, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. But god damn, is this long. Not as long as frustrating as ground battle, but we'll get to more of that. I'm about to fuck these guys with a ship. So you crash in, and then you have to fight the captain of the ship. I always go with the cutlass because it's never served me wrong. As you can see, there's a morale rating. The more you get hit, the more the morale for you goes down. Basically, you want to get yours to wild and theirs to panic, because once they panic, they basically lose. Again, though, I really do love these parts where you get to battle. It's really fun and really satisfying. Yeah, another blowjob. Use your tongue. Alright, like I was saying before, you can decide to take the ship or plunder and sink it. You want to hope that they have a lot of food, because you need food all of the time. Then there's goods, sugar, and cannon. Your ship kind of varies on how much it can hold. I think it depends on what ship you're using. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I'll use the same ship and I won't be able to hold as much. Ah, yeah, and sometimes you get to keep people, which is awesome, because that's just free crew members. So anyway, now that we've done that, we're off sailing yet again, and basically what's going to happen here is, you remember that town where that asshat of a merchant wouldn't sell to me because I was a pirate? We're going to fuck that town up, or at least try to. And by that I mean you're going to watch me fail here, because I don't know, like, the town thing, it can go one of 2 ways. Either you can be lucky, you can have the wind behind your sails, you can roll in there, hit him with the cannon a couple of times, go in there, fight a guard, and take over the town. And if you do really good, you can take over the town, make the governor run, and insert one of your crazy, horny pirate buddies to corrupt the whole fucking place. Yeah, boy. But unfortunately, I didn't do good. I tried. I really did. Tried like 4 times to actually get the footage for this, and it just didn't work. So, you're just kind of gonna watch how bad I suck. But yeah. For the most part, you want to try and run in here and do this kind of thing. And even though I'm not very good at it, as you can tell, it is a really fun feature. You can be a pirate. You can plunder. And it's really funny, too. You can go to a town, get a letter, or have dinner with the governor, then turn right the hell around, run your ship into the place, kill a guard, and kick him out, fuck out. And, you know, it's probably kind of surprised about that, but what the fuck does he expect? I'm a pirate, scourge of the 7 seas. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself evil, per se, but man, I need food and gold, and booze and women. What the hell else is being a pirate about? But in this case, I'm going to run the fuck away with my tail between my legs, because I cannot get close enough to ram myself in there, and I can't hit them with my cannon, because your ship has to be to the side, which is kind of frustrating. So yeah, I run the hell away, like a bitch. So anyway, now that you've run away, you always end up on land near the town. And when that happens, basically, you can either go back to your ship, or you can go into town. Though chances are they're probably going to attack you. So you probably want to try and sneak into town. You can march, attack. But yeah, we're going to try and sneak into this place. See if they know. And they did not notice me. Huh. Let's visit the tavern, see if there's nobody in there. Well, that's basically it for that, I guess. Oh, and if you're noticing right now that I backed away a little bit to go back in, it's because you have to. Anyway, this time, I think I'm gonna march into town. They'll have to notice me then, and by God, they didn't. Jesus, these motherfuckers are dense. I just attacked the place. Maybe they feel sorry for me. Assholes. I mean, yeah, I didn't do that good, but you don't need to put pity on me, fuckheads. So now we're gonna leave town again, and back up because you have to. Ugh. And we're gonna head right the hell back in there. And this time, we're gonna go in and we're gonna take them. We're gonna attack them. We're gonna rape their churches and burn their women. Because we're pirates, eh? Except that I don't know really how to do the ground combat. It never really made sense to me. It's really slow and clunky. And you can press the A button and make these weird after image type things. Like, I don't know what the deal with that is. Plus, I'm heavily outnumbered. Which is usually how it goes. Yeah, I don't know. We're about to get close enough to actually shoot at each other, I think. And holy shit, I shot back for the first time ever. Yeah, this is some intense stuff. Listen to that. Oh, and now I'm panicked. See, there's a more RAL rating here, too, and I guess we're freaked out, so we're just running the hell away. Yeah, we're exhausted and we just run. Well, I guess that... At least they don't throw you in jail or take your ship and make you wait 6 months. That's always good. Well, let's try and sneak back in there again, though. Get drunk. Oh, they noticed me. Well, this guard's about to have a really bad day. He's gonna taste my cutlass. Come get some, motherfucker. My name is Jack, and I am the greatest swordsman. If you don't believe me, then I'll cut you down so you can suck my dick. Get it. Yeah. 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 Get down. Yeah, swallow the gravy. And always, always remember.
You will always remember this as the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Alright. Well, with as much bitching and complaining as I've done about this game over the past couple minutes, it's really a fun thing. It's one of the first open world type games like this. And really, even today, we don't have a bunch of games like it. I mean, yeah, there are other open world type games like Fallout, New Vegas, and what have you. But this is really a more interesting one. You're just some guy who's trying to make a name for himself. That doesn't really happen anymore. Now, even with modern games like Skyrim, you're a dragonborn, you have your legacy. Here, you're just some guy with a ship trying to make his own in the world. It's really interesting, and I really enjoy that kind of thing. Anyway, that's my review of Pirates. Thanks for joining the experiment, and sail on, guys.